Honourable Mr. Chairman, to which our Prime Minister Jean Shamrock certainly reminds his youth of liberty, equality, fraternity in Trinity College. Your Excellency, Monsieur le Professeur, distinguished Minister, Monsieur le Directeur Général, Monsieur le Directeur Délégué, members of the jury, it is both an honor and a privilege to oppose this motion before such an incredible audience and in such an amazing place. Equally beautiful Belgrade, you outshine the Hotel de la Cité, such a fine example of les hors d'oeuvre. Members of the proposition, punctuation matters. Let's eat, Grandma, and let's eat, Grandma are not the same sentence. Oh, and Miss Berg, I see you're not wearing any trousers. Comrades of the opposition, opposing this motion here at the very core of our democracy was a hard task. And I renew my vows to this incredible team as well as Adrian, Johan and Thomas who are in the company. Members of the House, once upon a time France was a great nation. Once upon a time we knew how to play football. Heck, we even knew how to play rugby at one point. I remember the evening we won the 1998 Football World Cup. People were singing the Marseillaise. Football players usually don't do that. Nor were they shouting bleu, blanc, rouge. They were shouting and singing a new mode to transform from those two symbols into something they could truly believe in. Black, blanc, beurre. Defend liberty, equality, fraternity, because it keeps alive some frozen cultural heritage of our democracy, and because it is a free, moderated, and transforming force that gave us the authorization for men to cook, what an achievement, I must say. When I hear that, I find it mildly amusing. Amusing because if you go through these doors behind me, you will find yourselves in the Palais Bourbon, built for the Duchesse de Bourbon. No thank you. The Duchess had what we call a special friend, the Marquis de Lassay. And he was the one this Hotel de Lassay was built for, right next to her place. And here we are, more than 200 years later, in the Hotel de Lassay, now a symbol of our democracy. We French have a very complex way of keeping the past alive. And it is precisely to keep the past alive that these rules have been transformed from the bachelor pad of the Marquis de Lassay to the house of the Président de l'Assemblée Nationale. We don't believe in the Hotel de Lassay as a symbol of our democracy. We believe, however, that its resident can accomplish something for the greater good. And the walls next door shelter no Duchess anymore, but the Assemblée Nationale itself. Do we believe in the Palais Bourbon to solve our problems? No, but we believe, however, that our representatives can achieve something there. Yes.
Do you think we shout beurre, black, blanc, or whatever combination you wish if we wouldn't believe in these core values, liberty, equality, fraternity?
As I already said, as each and every people in my team already said, we believe in those individual values, but we do not believe of them as a slogan. And Black Blanc Beurre was a new slogan as opposed to liberty, equality, fraternity, the old one. More than 200 years ago, our democracy chose not to tear the Palais Bourbon down, but to use it as the meaningful symbol of the empowerment of the people. Old symbols were replaced by new ones. Old buildings were overhauled for new purposes. Everybody understood that empowerment itself had a profound and deep meaning. And these new beliefs, member of the proposition, were captured in 3 little words: liberty, equality, fraternity. No thank you. This motto may have had a meaning then, but today this feeling of empowerment has vanished into thin air. Yes.
These values are still in the human rights, but they have no value. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not. What we are saying is that we want a new motto that represents the real aspirations of the people. Demonstrated. This triptych simply fails to capture how the empowerment defines who we are today. No, thank you. And if we consider that liberty, equality, and fraternity have evolved in time, what does this value mean in 2013? No, thank you. Today, some French people growl their anger at a small number of politicians allegedly seizing power and caring no more about the problems of the French people. The gap is growing between the people and its representatives, and it's everyone's duty to try and bridge it. No, thank you. Mind the gap between the citizens and the politicians. When you talk of the notions of liberty, equality, fraternity failing to be implemented, and adding that these notions we need to execute, is nothing more than a blank but rather aggressive crystal ball. People need more than mottos, they also need solutions. People need more than words, they also need action. No thank you. People need more than laws, they also need them to be implemented. No thank you. This is why my colleague Abdu rose to say that his nightmare was that this government keep on clinging to the same old motto and apply to the issues of today the same old, still policies. We, the opposition, believe that for the people, no thank you. That for the people to gather again behind the motto, it should at least tackle 3 simple problems, answer 3 simple questions. No thank you. That our shadow Prime Minister Jean presented in the very beginning of this debate. Who are we? What do we stand for? And more importantly, maybe where do we go from here? Sorry. We, the opposition, believe that people need hope. Did you give them any hope tonight, Mr. Fleeflet, when you were saying that this motto was binded together as a corpse you throw in the sea? My colleague Jean, for one, was bringing hope indeed, when saying that we needed to face honestly the challenges of today to prepare a better future for tomorrow, and LEF behind our still old beliefs. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, members of the House, members of the jury, look around you. Does this House still believe in this motto? Liberty, equality, fraternity, to represent the French people of today. Members of this House, people will not tolerate any longer that we stand still. What this opposition calls for tonight is no less than a revolution. A revolution in our understanding of who we are. A revolution in our understanding of what we stand for. A revolution in our vision of where we want to go from here. Members of the House, to empower the people once more so that they can gather again around the comforting fire of our democracy. All that it takes is a spark. Well, indeed, all that it takes is a spark. Ladies and gentlemen, what we, the members of this House, must decide tonight is whether together we will light that spark.